Well, many things come along in May, and of course, sometimes it can be spring weather, and sometimes it can be summertime weather. But we're going to forget about the weather right now. We're going to talk about another important activity that's happening here in Greeley, and that is May is Historic Preservation Month. You may not have known about this, but now we're going to give you more tips and more information about what's happening the month of May. And here to tell us more about that is Betsy Kellums, who's the Historic Preservation Specialist for the City of Greeley. Betsy, great to have you again.
Thank you, Amy. It's nice to be here with you.
Now, this is an important event, probably a big deal for you, which is Historic Preservation Month. Can we give folks an idea kind of what that is, what that's about?
Oh, sure. May is Historic Preservation Month, and it's a celebration of historic preservation in Greeley, but it's also actually celebrated nationwide, including and through the state of Colorado. There's different themes at the national level and at the state level, but basically it's a celebration of local history and the historic resources that kind of identify the local history.
Well, I think sometimes we kind of go through our day-to-day lives and walking around our towns, and we don't necessarily always stop and appreciate the historical features that are out there that make a difference in our community.
Yes, that's true.
Well, so in order for us to celebrate that, I know one of the things that you have coming up is a reception and also I'm trying to get this right, a resource fair that's going to be coming up. Let's tell folks more about that.
Yes, we're having a new event this year called Dust to Dazzle. It's a historic building resource fair, and it's going to be on Saturday, May 18th from 9 until noon at the Downtown Recreation Center, 651 10th Avenue, in room 101 A, B, and C. Well, we'll be having our speakers on various topics related to historic buildings. We certainly invite anybody who's interested in historic buildings, but also really owners of just any buildings, as the information could certainly be relevant. We'll also have vendor tables and tables from organizations related to historic preservation. The event is free and open to the public, and we'll cap the event off with our Historic Preservation Month reception at 11:30, where we'll present awards for historic preservation.
Now, I want to kind of mention real quick about the awards. So these are folks that they've been nominated, and you've considered kind of the projects that they've done, and then they'll receive these Historic Preservation Awards.
That's correct. The Historic Preservation Commission makes a decision. They receive the nominations and vote on awards in 3 categories: for an individual, an organization, and then also a design professional or contractor.
Okay, and that resource fair, is that limited to anyone, or I mean, is it just for a new homeowner that has an older home, or is it for anybody out there that's just interested in the architectural side of it?
We would definitely like anybody who's interested to come. Certainly anyone who owns an old house or an old building, it's not just even for houses, could come and benefit from it. We're inviting everybody who has an interest in historic preservation and local history and the historic buildings.
Okay, and real quickly, one of the things we want to mention also are the popular brown bag series that will be starting up again, and we have ones coming up in May. Tell us about those.
Yes, Lydia Rule, who is a well-known local artist, is going to be giving the presentation for May on Thursday, May 23rd at noon at the Greeley History Museum, 714 8th Street. She's going to be talking about Germans from Russia as well as rammed earth construction. Her parents were both Germans from Russia, and they came and lived in this area and started the American Historical Society of Germans from Russia. They also brought rammed earth construction to Greeley.
So that's, if folks don't know about that, it's instead of making walls out of wood, it's kind of walls out of dirt. So that's a significant part of our history here. Another thing I want to make sure that we mention are the walking tours, and I know those are coming up in June, but we want to mention those as well.
Yes, the first walking tour will be in the Arlington neighborhood. We'll be starting at the corner of 17th Street and 8th Avenue on the UNC campus, and then we'll cross 8th Avenue and talk about the Arlington neighborhood that's east of 8th Avenue, and with a focus on all of the walking tours this year, we'll be focusing on the oral history project that the university and the city have been working on as a part of the university district in 5 of the 6 university district neighborhoods, as well as a tree tour on the UNC campus.
Okay, well, we've covered a lot today, so real quick, where can folks go to get more information, phone number, website?
Oh, sure. The greeleyGov.com/historic preservation is the website. They can also call me at 350-9222 or email me at betsy.kellums@greeleygov.com. And I also wanted to mention we will be having Historic Preservation Month posters this year for the first time since 2005.
Right, it has been a while, so make sure you grab one of those posters and a mug. I know there's historic preservation mugs that are available. And Betsy, as always, good luck on the event, and we'll see you all in May.
Thank you very much.
Okay, make sure you mark those dates on your calendar, May 18th, and we'll see you then.